Even as the coronavirus is keeping much of America at home, some churchgoers in Louisiana defied their governor's stay-at-home orders on Sunday.
I'm not scared of this virus. When it's my time, it's my time. Life goes on.
Louisiana is one of the states with the highest virus death tolls. However, hundreds of worshipers still came to services at Life Tabernacle Church just outside Baton Rouge. Many came in buses sent to pick them up. Pastor Tony Spell was already arrested the week before for holding services. He preached on Sunday that, quote, "There's nothing to fear but fear itself."
They count on us. That's why we don't close our doors. God bless America.
Joe Long, a lawyer and spokesman for Spell, is preparing a lawsuit against Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards for his stay-at-home order.
Both the federal constitution and the state constitution protect our right of free exercise and our right to peacefully assemble for that purpose.
Spell says his churchgoers would rather come to church than, quote, live like prisoners in their homes. But not all Louisiana residents agree with his message.
You take all these buses and go to another parish and bringing in people. Well, they could be bringing in people who has the virus.
While many churches are finding an alternative way to celebrate Easter, Pastor Tony Spell of Life Tabernacle Church out in Central has continued services.
Our local leader is now saying his attendance numbers may be misleading. NBC Local 33's Abby Rocha tonight with that.
In text messages, Pastor Tony Spell claims more than 1,000 people have attended at his services in the past few weeks. Now, local leaders say documentation may prove otherwise. Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome doubts that thousands have gathered in Spell's church.
I do think the numbers have been exaggerated, but the truth of the matter is that that is the congregants, the people who attend church there, should now know the severity of what we're dealing with.
Broome calling the pastor's actions irresponsible. Central Police Chief Roger Corcoran was on scene documenting Spell's Easter morning service. He counted around 330 in attendance, a far lower number than the 2,000 people Spell expected. Protester Trey Bennett says he understands Pastor Spell's rights, but does not excuse his actions during a pandemic.
I think that gathering in this large of a group and it's just incubating coronavirus, and these people are coming from 5 parishes. I know people that live near me that come to this place. I don't want to get coronavirus. I know people have the right to assemble and normally the freedom of religion, but right now it's imperative that we don't.
Bennett has one wish for Pastor Spell.
The only other thing I'd say to him is I hope he has a bad day in court.
Abby Rocha, NBC Local 33 News.
Happy, thank you. In the meantime, Spell's services are being documented and turned over to East Baton Rouge Parish District Attorney Office, his office, Hill or Moore, as that investigation continues.
You're not worried about the virus?
No, I'm not. I have no reason to be.
And you guys won't get the virus because of your beliefs?
Yes. No, I won't get the virus because Jesus says I'm not.
If you got God inside of you, you have nothing to worry about. You're good.
I moved here from Texas for this church, so it's definitely essential in my life.
We are continuing to have services with some restrictions. We have told our older parishioners and our parishioners that have pre-existing conditions to stay home. We take everyone's temperature when they come through the doors. We have people use hand sanitizer often. We have refrained from handshaking and hugging until after this pandemic is over. We're maintaining 6 feet.
They would rather come to church and worship like free people than they had live like prisoners in their homes for 22 days now. Could it be that the depression and the anxiety and the emotion problems that we're facing right now, clinical problems that is being brought on by this virus, could it be that it is worse than the people who have already contracted this virus and died?
I think it's utterly ridiculous that they're doing what they're doing. I have an idea of why. To me, they're just afraid they're not going to get enough money in the collection plate. And if you notice, they go around collecting, picking up people like the elderly who is vulnerable and is listening to what they say.
The poorest of the poor do not have cars or other ways to get to church. So this church has 26 buses,
and they go and they pick up their congregation all throughout the Baton Rouge general metropolitan area. And we don't believe the governor's order is legal because both the federal constitution and the state constitution protect our right of free exercise and our right to peacefully assemble for that purpose. As far as we know, we don't have any reported cases. We expect that some of our congregation will eventually get it, just like the rest of the country, and we will deal with it when it comes. I mean, we don't have an invisible shield that protects us.
Well, that's all you got to do is trust the Lord. If you trust the Lord, I mean, people in the Bible done been healed.
I preach we have nothing to fear but fear itself. We had an emotional time, had water baptisms, and a lot of people saved today.
Virus feeds on fear. I don't have fear. I have faith.
I'm not scared of this virus. When it's my time, it's my time.
If you're scared to die, everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. When my day come, I ain't mad with the world.